YouTube, what's going on? I am the almighty Wolf Soul Kicks 14. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a long video, so if you guys are not into watching long videos where we state facts and give honest opinions and feedback about shoes that we buy with our hard-earned money, if you're going to skim through the video at your own risk, because you may miss some very vital information or feedback that may encourage you or discourage you from making similar purchases on sneakers in the future. Now, I am not a professional advisor or consultant, but I am gonna give my feedback, and what you do with it is totally up to you. So let's get right into it, bro. Now, all my life, I have said to myself, man, I was wearing, the Air Jordan 1 since 1985, man. I had the black and red joints, right? That's not necessarily true. So a couple years back, I looked into a family photograph because I really wanted to, back up my point, just the fact that I've always been into the shoe game, even before I knew what it was, I was always in it, right? So I looked closely at the shoe. As you can see here, I was one. This was like fall of '85, going into the that would be the '85-'86 season with the Bulls, right? So I'm looking at the shoe. I'm like, man, yeah, like I had the black and red joints, right? Yeah. So then I start looking, right, and I look closely, and I noticed a couple things. I noticed the side panel. Bro, that is not a damn swoosh. I don't even know what that's called. I don't know if that's called a jog path or what. But fam, I had no idea what these were. At first, I was like, did they buy me some Air Randys? Now, don't get it twisted. I'm thankful for anything and everything I've ever had by my parents. I've always been humble, and I'm gonna stay humble as an adult into the day that I die, because we all come from humble beginnings. And back in '85, no one in the military with a wife and kids was balling. Everything was tight. So a lot of times your shoes gonna cost like what these cost, bro. And I was a toddler, so if these were $24.99, I'm pretty sure mine, given that, I was only one, they were probably about $7 or $8, which is a pretty sweet deal compared to how much shoes cost now in 2022, right? So some of you may not know this, and some of you may know, but there were a lot of bootlegs made back in 1985, in 84, 85, when the Air Jordan 1 first came out. First of all, we know the Air Jordan 1 was one of the most expensive shoes to come out during this time. And we can also say there were other shoes made by Nike that were $120, but we're just talking about the Air Jordan 1. Most people were not prepared to pay $72 or $80 or $100 for a pair of Air Jordan 1s in 1984, 85. So a lot of bootleg, a lot of bootleg companies had similar shoes, like how the ones I had on, very similar, almost functioned the same way. And that was fine back then, because I'm sure the paperwork and documentation was not good back then. As we've seen the last couple of years, the documentation and patents, things like that, have been worked out to where you can actually go and make sure that nobody can do now what they were doing in 1984, 1985. So look, Pro Jogs is in the same league as like Honor Sport and Pony City Wings, which was shoes worn by Spud Webb. I think he won the dunk contest in a pair of ponies that look just like the Chicagos, or maybe like the Black Toes. But anyway, these bootleg companies really, they got away with selling a shoe that was at a better price point but may have not been of the same quality. And some of these actually were of the same quality. Now, when we get into the Air Jordan 2, then we start talking about where stuff was actually made and how that compares to, you know, shoes that were made in like Taiwan. But in reference to this right here, bro, I'm actually humbled and I'm actually excited about this video because I actually had a pair of these cool ass bootlegs when everybody was cool with bootlegs. At some point throughout our lives, we have become very brand loyal, knowing that Nike and Jordan brand as a whole has let us down on hundreds of occasions, whether it be QC issues, whether it be availability of certain sneakers, or just giving us something fresh, new colorways, etc., right? So with the bootlegs starting to come back around the last couple of years, at first I was very apprehensive about participating in any of that because I feel like, why can't you come up with your own shit, right? How hard is it if you have the ability to make a shoe, mass produce it, and sell it and not get sued because of trademark issues or whatever the case may be? Why not go that route? Now, I understand the business standpoint and how you're able to hit certain marks, and if you create something, you want to be able to sell it at a price point where you get your money back plus a little bit extra so that you can continue to mass produce in the future, right? Because when we're talking about selling shoes or making shoes or designing shoes, you don't want them to be one-offs where you start this great idea of a business and you can only get one pair off because you're not able to diversify what you offer to the people. The bootleg market allows people to diversify the market through alternative models that resemble or take inspiration from Jordans, Nikes, Reeboks, Troop, British Knights, LA Gears, the list goes on and on, right? So at first I was very apprehensive. I said, I'm not doing it. This is goofy. It's nothing like the original. And then I found out, like, boy, you had on Pro Jogs. I said, you know what? That's a good point. Let me humble myself and let me investigate and see what the craze is, because everyone that I've done research on, I watched their videos, I've watched hours of content about bootleg sneakers, and I noticed a lot of things. The way they hold the shoe, they hold it like it's super light. So now I'm questioning, how firm is this shoe built? They talk about the quality when the quality is not being tested because they're not even putting them on in any of their videos. So now we gotta check that out. Then we're looking at, okay, the next point was cost and customer service. I heard this a lot throughout my recent research about the shoe that I'm going to do a full review on right now. Customer service, quality, price point, fit, availability. We're going to cover all that as best as we can. You know, this is not something that I've drawn up and sketched and written down. This is all going to be from the time I open the box, first look. I may pull out some other kicks to kind of get a real feel for what I'm experiencing as an adult. Because in 1985, in this picture right here, I wasn't experiencing nothing but being happy to be hungry, and then fed, sleepy, then put to bed, cold, and covered up, going to school, having fun, not being an adult and paying bills, right? But I want to experience this as an adult. Is the bootleg game like everyone is trying to make it out to be? Is it a great alternative to all the L's we've taken on every sneaker app in the past 10 years? Do we need to see more bootlegs come forward and force these brands to care more about the wants and demand of their customers? So we're gonna get right into this, man, but I just wanted to share this story, man. In 1985, I thought I had on the black and red Air Jordan 1s. No, I had on the Pro Jogs, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that, because that was the style back then. You had high top sneakers. Jordan was the craze, and everybody wanted in on the craze, but they didn't want to have to pay $100, which now with inflation and time has gone by. In 2022, you know, $100 shoe back then is probably close to $250 now. So that's like a pair of Air Jordan 4s with the Nike Air. That's probably $225 now. So we're paying close to what it would have been back then. So let's get right into this, man. Like, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Make sure you like, comment, and sub, and share your thoughts. If you just say trash and all that stuff, we're not even going to allow you to even thrive down in the comments. I want real feedback from people that are knowing what we're talking about here. So let's get right into it, bro. So far, I'm digging the box presentation. All right, let's get this box out of here. Let's clean this up a little bit. All right, so check it out. I see Omi next to Will Smith, the Black Panther, Kobe, AI. I mean, this is dope now. The box feels pretty heavy. So right here we have, I think they're calling these the Rodmans, size 14. Although it says reloadedmerch.com, the actual website is reloadeduniverse.com. So the suggested retail price is $300. I did not pay that. I paid about $200 for them. Man, this is dope right here. You know. That's Hopkins. I know that for sure. So this is probably a Philadelphia inspired. So that's gotta be Meek then. So that's Meek. That's Balboa. I forget Cuz name. That's not the Black Panther. Who? Y'all let me know if y'all know who it is. But it look familiar. And that look like that probably isn't Winky Wright, but you know. Whatever. So let's pop the top on this thing. The box, I know people talked about the box a lot, but this box feels really good. It feels sturdy. I'm probably not gonna stack anything on top of it. This will probably have its own special spot. Let's get rid of this for 1 second. Put this to the side. Dust bag that everyone talks about. Feels soft like suede and microfiber. That's cool. And again, if I hadn't said it before, shout out to Omi and the Hellcat. Cuz literally bootleg the bootlegger. Like, that's hard. Paper is paper. Alright, so we're not gonna talk about paper. The branding looks good. Oh, shoot. So off the top, the red is very, very vibrant on these right here. All right, now I'm about to put my check this out. All right, I'm doing all the tests that us sneakerheads love to do. Watch this here. Not a lot of bounce back. But if I do that, we good to go. The thickness of leather looks pretty good. I don't know if this is real leather or not. So the bottom is dope. Grip wise, you got the lightning bolts on the heel and at the toe. There's some grip within these ridges. I know everyone's gonna say these look like Air Jordan 1 breads. That's a very nice observation you got there. I'm sure you're the freaking captain of that shit. But you got the Omi on the tongue. This tongue feels like Air Jordan 1 mids. That's crazy. And like I said, I'd rather do my own personal investigation than to go off what everybody else says. Black laces, of course. Let's pull this insert out. Ooh. That's a nice touch. That's a really nice touch. Before I speak out of turn, I'm going to pull some other shoes up and we're going to do some quick comparisons. Matter of fact, let me put this back in here. So far, I am quite impressed on the look of this shoe. Again, let's do some, okay, so a lot of the videos, they have this issue right here shown, where they come with a pre-made scuff. If I can get it to focus, there you go. I'm sure that can be wiped off, hopefully. Like I said, I didn't pay $300. I actually had a discount code, so I paid like $190, which is what I pay for ones. The ones I can get. Look at that. And this all very could be like a polyurethane or urethane finish on top of the leather. Like I said, I'm impressed. And let's do this infamous squeeze that everybody like to do. Okay, so you know, there, yeah. But like I said, these are not Air Jordan 1s. There's no air unit in them, so we're not going to penalize it for something that we already know about. It's just going to be a nice feel when I put them on. And to be honest, I was very excited to get these in. But hold on one second. Let me check the other shoe. But yeah, I was very excited to get in on this drop, and it comes with the red laces. Dope. If I could say what color these remind me of, like a fire red or a chili red. As a kid, you just think everything is this color red, and then the 2016 pair, like it's nowhere near that. It's something totally different. Something totally different. I know people are gonna say, Kai, what about Kai? What about Kai? What about the other guy with the lightning bolt? I know about all of that, fam. And I'm telling you, these shoes were easier to get than any of those other shoes. And I didn't wait long. These dropped on Friday. Today's Wednesday. And I got them. But hold on one second. All right, so check it out. I have the Rodmans, courtesy of Omi and Hellcat, on the left. And we got the 2016 Air Jordan 1 High OG in the black and red colorway. Let's get right into it, dog. The Omis have a brighter red compared to this. The ridges, similar, but not quite the same. Let's see. This is the leather that I'm very much used to. This is something that I have seen on the shoes that y'all tease people about that are at like Burlington Coat Factory and Ross and all that. If you look closely, like a lot of those shoes, I'm not gonna put any particular brand on blast, but you know, Guess, Pony, they have this type of leather material on their shoes. So let's see here. Now let's compare. I mean, this is soft. You know, this is that softness that we've always loved, right? This right here, it's not soft, but it's not super stiff. And honestly, it reminds me of a mixture of an Air Jordan 1 mid, like the SEs. It's probably something like that. Now let's compare the bottom. I probably will have more grip on my 2016s and will on these. But I cannot wait to try these on though. The fact that he named them Rodmans, I thought that was a dope touch, because if you've seen the interview, Dennis Rodman that is, says that he's never paid for Jordans and he would never pay for Jordans. I think it was a Sneaker Complex episode. Just look on YouTube and just type in Dennis Rodman go shopping, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Now let's compare the tongue. This tongue is softer, which is to be expected. This is definitely like a mid tongue. So this is gonna be more padded. So if you were to skateboard in these, I think you would really love how that tongue feels. The ankle collar, the liner feels almost the same. More of a Jordan 1 mid type of feel. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Got your Nike Air. Let's see if we can pull this out. 1 second. And then we're gonna pull this one out, which is easy to pull out because it's not taped or glued. So, ladies and gentlemen, you get a much thicker insole with Omi's kicks versus the $170 pair that we buy from Nike and Jordan Brand every year, several times throughout the year, right? You get this type of detail, which is very dope, versus standard Nike insert. Okay. Now, this is no shade to anyone, but for the price we pay for these, if they had to come up on price to give us this, I'm all for it. But if they're gonna keep dropping, but if Omi continues to drop kicks like this from the touch that looks pretty good, they're in trouble. And I don't think Omi and Hellcat wants to really do this. I think this was all by accident. And if you don't know the saga of Omi and Hellcat versus Kool Kai, take a moment to go through that saga. It's very short. All right. Let's compare this to another shoe. Hold on 1 second. So far, it looks like the Omi and the Hellcat Rodmans are somewhat neck and neck. I mean, the ones we like from Jordan are softer. You know, the leathers seems to be a lot more easy to break in. But I think these are going to be pretty sturdy when you do wear them. And like I said, I am going to try these on to give you guys a real feel. But here are my patents. I believe this was a 2021 release. Let's check and make sure so we can stay on point. Yep, 2021. Got your Nike black insole with the red, size 14. I have not worn these yet. I may wear them soon after looking at them on camera. Omi's are brighter as far as red. Let's look at the bottom again. I mean, Jesus. Let's see. Looking at this section right here, I am concerned that the Omi may be a little bit wider, which is a good thing compared to what we pay for from Jordan Brand. Let's look at another shoe. And we're back. So we're 2 for 2 in this shoe being able to keep up as far as looks and touch with the Air Jordan 1. Now I'm going to pull out a pair of my more expensive
luxury shoes that are inspired by the Air Jordan 1. This is a Bally shoe. Bally's can range between $200 to $500. Specifically, these are called the Bally Coopers, which I believe is supposed to be a basketball shoe. I have not played basketball in them yet, and I probably won't. And I didn't pay $500 for these. I paid like $2. So coupons and discounts. Yep. So right now, let's see here. Bally, I believe these are made in Switzerland. Yep, these are made in Switzerland. So leather quality and QCs are gonna be different. All right, this is like a snake skin type of material. These came with extra laces. I believe these are the gold tip laces. I put these in. I think they came with the regular black laces. These are dope. Very cool to wear. So touching the leather, I get what they're trying to do with the Omis, but you know, even these still have a little bit of bounce back, and these are Bally's. These are a lot sturdier. Like I said, I think these, if I'm not mistaken, based on my research, these are supposed to be basketball shoes. You should be able to play basketball in them. I wouldn't play anything serious in them. Now let's see how inspired by the Air Jordan 1 both of these shoes are. Yep, very much so. Very much inspired by one of the most controversial shoes in sneaker history. Let's see here. They even beat them on height. Let's check out the tongue. These Bally's are nice. Very easy to break in. Again, I'm actually impressed by these shoes by Omni, or reloadeduniverse.com, however you want to pull it. All right, I'll sit these right here, and we're gonna talk a little bit. So I did take a smell test, and they do smell like the Air Jordan 3. Pick one. They all have that brand new Air Jordan 3 smell. All right. I'm impressed by this shoe. It doesn't feel as light as they may seem when you're checking them out on YouTube. This leather material, I've seen this leather material on the Pony City Wings basketball shoe, low and high top. So my theory that I had in the back of my mind was they may be using similar leather that we may find on sneakers at like discount stores. And in my honest opinion, I think that is a fair assumption. Just looking at the grade right here, very thick. Looks like when you press on this right here, that could be like a urethane type of finish. But it doesn't mean it's a bad shoe. It just means you're not going to get the leather from the Air Jordan 1 high OG. And I have a serious question for everybody. Do we really want that, or do we want something else? Do we want them to be more consistent in the type of leather quality that we get when the price mark keeps going up? Now, in no means am I trying to justify buying any alternative sneakers. I'm just saying, look at what we're facing right now. StockX is passing all kind of shoes through, right? People are still opening up sneaker consignment shops nationwide. The market, the mainstream shoe market is oversaturated, in my humble opinion. Okay, I think everyone needs to just calm down and wear and buy what you like. I'm gonna put these on feet, and I'm gonna give you guys my honest feedback, and we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. All right, you guys. Deuces. Here they are on feet. They feel pretty good, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, the quality of leather is still that of Pony Pro City Wings, so I'm kind of used to that type of leather. The fit's pretty good. I may go up to a 15 so I can wear like thicker socks, but after a few wears I may not go up a size. These feel pretty good, man. They feel just like the Air Jordan 1 mids. Let me say that again. These feel just like the Air Jordan 1 mids, not the Air Jordan 1 high OGs. I definitely like the price point. I like the fast shipping. I think Homie and the Hellcat has a winner here, cuz. Yes, sir. Got the bull shorts with the Dennis Rodman shirt, you know, something like. All right, you guys. Peace.